Is it possible for any of us to think differently?
Yes.
At any moment in time, we can think differently, and once you see this, your lights will start going on. There is a way to become so efficient at making other people efficient that they can make other people efficient, that the thing explodes, and you can multiply your efforts many, many, many times over. It's possible. It's absolutely possible. And then we'll leave you with the choice. What do you want to do? Take a chance or be a stick in the mud? So I'm going to use an example that is fairly prominent nowadays. What if we could make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month by buying a cheap cell phone and then a $140 operational fee every month, and introducing one other person to do the same thing every month? If you could do that, would it be worth it if you could make $5,000 to $10,000 extra a month by the end of the year?
Sure.
Now I see the accountants in here going, well, that probably makes some sense, right? So I'm going to show you how we do this. Let's say you were to enroll somebody else who believes in what you do, and they just say, well, that works for me, and you found one in a month. They go, I don't care what the rest of the world's doing, this makes sense to me. I'm going to, in this case, we're just going to play with this cell phone thing for a minute. And they said, I'll get a $40 cell phone, be $140 a month, and do this just because I want to end up with a little bit of freedom. Well, you'd make about $20. Well, now let's say you teach each of these people to find somebody else for themselves in a month. They have to be at least sort of friendly to do that. Now those two finding two more makes 4. You only did 1, but you get credit for 4. Isn't that interesting? Now those 4 find 4 new people, you have 8. Those 8 find 8 new people, you have 16. By the time we get down here where 32 people are finding 32 more, you're still only doing 1 yourself every month. But the aggregate group is 64, and you make $500 a month in residuals that go every month over and over and over again. This is where it gets crazy. You double the number 1 12 times, you get 4,096 people. Now statistically that math, well, I'm going to show you that I lied to you. If you had 90, or if you had 16% failure, and 16% of the people in here just turned out to be complete duds, those 4,096 people doing $147 a month would be $573,000 in revenue in a month. You set up an enterprise that could produce $573,000 in a month. Now if they give you back only 10% of that, and we subtract some, you wouldn't make $10,000 a month. That's where I lied to you. You're okay if I tell you it's $10,000 a week? And then the second thing is, what if the cell phone wasn't a mechanical thing that we think of every day? That cell phone was a biotech communicator that you can ingest or put on the skin, and it causes your system to be as healthy as any person on the planet Earth. Would it still have value if it wasn't just a dumb cell phone? So if you could do those things, this is what happened in our lives. And I'm slower than that number. In order to get to that $40,000 a month, it took me 2.5 years. But you know what? We were on track enough that I didn't quit in the first year. Even if you had 90% failure and you only made $4,000 a month extra after a year, that's 90% failure. Do you think you could do something and fail at 90% of the time if you really tried? The strength of this concept is so profoundly large that if you can combine the need for people to have a vision, the need for somebody to matter with each other, you can come together with us and say we're taking it, and realize that where we are right now, in a 1,000-mile radius of here, the stuff we started 2 years ago and are just beginning to develop, especially in this area, this is a very strong area for us, Within about 1,000-mile radius, you are the largest group operational.
Wow.
And if that scares you, being a pioneer in something like that, what's really going to scare you if you miss it. And if you don't stick to it, remember that if you want to do something successfully in this world, ask all the people around you who are failures and do the opposite. They'll have all kinds of opinions, but no experience. Remember what Will Rogers said when he said, everybody's ignorant just on different subjects. And those who are most dangerous are those who are opinionated in their ignorance. Know any of those people? Those who have experience are never at the mercy of those with an opinion. But we don't want you to be so oriented to opinion, you fold up like a dead arachnid in the corner and suck your legs up because somebody says, that's silly, the world is flat.